NE says, Dana, can you please talk about strategies to take in order to get through co-parenting, if you can even call it co-parenting? Right. So with narcissists, it's often not co-parenting because that would imply that there's this team dynamic, right? Like we're doing this together, we're cooperating, like we're co-parenting. No, it's not that, right? That's the problem. It's the opposite, it's counter-parenting. So because it's all about power and control, it's all about them having the upper hand, it's all about them winning. And because it's a game that they're playing inside their head, it's like it's hard for it just doesn't even make any sense. It's crazy making. So how can you I guess the first thing is, how do you co-parent with a narcissist? Step one is realizing that you can't co-parent. You can only counter-parent because they're counter-parenting. So and that step two is realizing that they are playing a game. It's a game of manipulation, it's a game of power, it's a game of control. So once you realize this is what it is, like this is the game, like it or not, which none of us do, right? But this is the game, this is what we have to play. So trying once you realize that you're playing this game, then you can start using like the power of anticipation. So then you can realize, okay, what kind of moves do they normally make? Like it's like playing chess, right? Like you have this opponent and you're like, okay, this person normally they open with this sequence of moves. Once you know, like this is what they normally do. So for example, they might normally drop off your child late. They might normally make comments about your parenting or your weight or the way that you clean the house or the things that you feed your child. Once you can start anticipating their moves, then you're not going to be so caught off guard by them. Then you're going to be more inclined to be like, yep, that's exactly something that they would say. I'm totally emotionally prepared for it, and I'm also like physically prepared for it as well. So then you can start adjusting because you don't have control over them. All you have control over is you. So if you know that they normally take your child out on, I don't know, Wednesday nights, and they're supposed to bring them back by 7 o'clock after, and do homework and dinner, and your child, they bring them back at 10:30 and your child hasn't had dinner or homework or any of that, then from there on out, making it to where you do something different. You pack snacks for your child. You try to feed them dinner before they go. You try to get as much homework done as possible before they go. You keep as much power and control over the situation as you possibly can, to where their actions aren't ruffling your feathers, because much of what they're doing is they're using the child to get to you. And if you can stay gray rock through all of this and just emotionally just neutral, then that can really be a good strategy. Again, that book, Divorce Poison, you can, again, find notes on my website, thriveafterabuse.com. It has a ton of different strategies and techniques. And really, it's just kind of knowing what works for them. Because a lot of narcissists, yes, they are incredibly manipulative, but they can also be easily manipulated because they're oftentimes very insecure, they're very full of themselves. So realizing that this is a game, and if you want to try to like, quote unquote win this game and just co-parent as best as you can with keeping your safety and your sanity and getting your child parented as best as you possibly can, given this like not ideal situation, sometimes like there's different moves that you can make, like kind of pretend. And I know this might be like infuriating to some people, but again, it's a game, so think of it as a game. If you can do certain things, like if you know that they're really insecure about something and that's making things worse for you or your child, to try to like compliment them about something, or to build them up, or to do something to where the kind of the tables are turned and you're making them feel good about themselves. And that'll deflect a lot of like their, hopefully, like a lot of like their venom and a lot of their attacking. So a lot of it's trial and error, but I would definitely look at those notes. Lots of love to you guys. You are not alone. You are not crazy, and you really can move forward and heal from this.